Thank you much. Mike down there at Bobo's Mogul Mouse. In the studio with me, good friend Joe Padilla. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming down to our South Shore Studios.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm thrilled to talk about my passion.
Well, we met. I've known Joe for a really long time. We met when my son was baby Jesus, like in the Christmas pageant, right? And that's
right.
about 12 years ago.
That's amazing.
So yeah, we've been friends that long, and you have a passion for Tahoe, big skier up here, and you know all the spots. Love Tahoe. It's a home to you. It's home.
Skinned Tallac yesterday or the day before.
How was it?
Amazing.
Cool.
Hard, very hard.
Are the legs trash today?
Oh, they're trash. They're noodles.
Well, you're going to get back to the ocean here pretty soon. What brought you to Fiji? You're living in Fiji now.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but I grew up on the beaches of Southern California, so the ocean and the waves and the tide pools was something that was very important in my life. I love the water. And you get that fix in Tahoe too. But I went down there. I was in the Caribbean, actually doing some volunteering as well. And then I decided to take a course in coral restoration, got certified. And the professor, the doctor, Austin Kirby Brown, he invited me to go to Fiji. He said, come and see the best reefs, the best corals, the most beautiful in the entire planet. And he was right. I got hooked. It was amazing.
So the health of the ocean largely depends on the health of a coral growing in the ocean, and we're seeing that being depleted. What's going on with that?
Well, if you've been to the Great Barrier Reef, you'll know why. It's pretty shocking. I was there in 2016. Amazing. It's like being in Hiroshima after the war.
Oh my gosh.
Total devastation as far as you can see. Rubble. Coral that was alive for 25 million years is now gone.
That's amazing.
And it's tragic. It's tragic.
So you have a coral nursery down there. Tell me, a coral nursery, right? Growing coral. How does that work?
Well, it's kind of interesting. We do coral nurseries either on tables, on coral cookies is what we call them, or we grow them on ropes. Some coral species thrive on the cookie, others grow much better on the ropes. But we grow them for about a 7 to 9 month period, and then we transplant them back to the coral dead rock. So we continue to see that. And
it's so important because our coral are dying off in the ocean because of environmental influences. You know,
it's amazing. But coral will start dying at 87 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 30 degrees C. And what happens is the coral will expel or give out the algae that's in the actual coral. You can see that that's a picture of a completely dead coral reef.
Wow.
Total devastation. But what the coral does is it actually expels the algae that actually provides food for the coral when the temperatures get that hot. So.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that you obviously have a passion for. You brought some coral in today.
Right. This is a sample of staghorn coral that's completely bleached. This will eventually become rubble, but it's all calcium carbonate. This is staghorn coral, and this is a brain coral that actually died probably 6 months into its lifespan. So it's a baby, and these corals are extremely fragile, very delicate. They're two organisms in one. It's the only place in the world where I actually have two symbiotic animals or plant life growing in the same organism.
So the difference between the amount of coral species in Fiji compared to a place we all like to go visit, very common, Hawaii.
Right. Hawaii has about 40 species of coral left. That's it. Fiji has about 400.
That's amazing.
So it's still got a lot of species that we can pick from, a lot of species that are becoming more and more thermally tolerant as well.
How can people get involved? I mean, this is crucial to the health of our planet.
Well, you know, the best thing that you can actually do is recycle, believe it or not. Recycling keeps the plastics out of the water, and it also purifies the atmosphere, because what's happening is all the carbon carbon dioxide that we're releasing from automobiles, from environmental things like factories and power plants. All these things are destroying the ocean because it's raising the acidity levels in the ocean. So carpooling, turning off lights, not heating the home if you're in the home, if you're not at home, turning the thermostat down, all these things really help. So.
Something we can all do in our very own homes, even here in Tahoe, to help out the coral reef. So Facebook page, Reef Explorer Fiji Ltd. Limited. So Reef Explorer Fiji Ltd. is a place you can go visit to find out more about what my buddy Joe Padilla does here. Thanks for coming in this morning. Appreciate it, man.
Kristen.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with more Tahoe Today.